Now, as you know, we are in Mandela month, his birthday coming up on the 18th of July, this coming Tuesday. And as we mark the calendar of International Mandela Day, and we're getting ready to dazzle by an evening of elegance and philanthropy, a night of great joy. The non-profit company holds an art auction and fundraiser on Tuesday. We have acclaimed visual artist Great Joy Ndlovu, who is aiming to raise over 2 million rand to support two deserving beneficiaries, the K. Mason Foundation and Operation Smile South Africa. We have the artist here himself. Great Joy, it is a great joy to have you. Welcome and thank you.
Thank you for having me.
For your time. 2 million rand is quite it's not small change that you're aiming to raise. Talk us through why 2 million rand in this particular campaign.
Yeah, so actually, you know, we are very ambitious as an organization. I'm an artist myself, Great Joy. I call myself a contemporary expressionist. I exhibited all over the world. We know that 2 million is a bit of a staggering figure, but we've got so much faith in our collectors and in our auction and exhibition.
Okay, and the actual event itself, I suppose, logistically everything is in place. The stakeholders have dug deep into their pockets to make sure that everything is running smoothly.
Yeah, so we're actually hosting it by Rosemary Hill Farm in Pretoria. So the event is on the 18th of July, Mandela Day. And we want to initiate the spirit of Ubuntu and the spirit of giving, because I believe like these organizations which we're working with are actually important to the society, and what we're doing is very inspirational to, you know, other emerging artists and aspiring artists. So it's actually changing like the thought process in terms of how art is viewed and how we can inspire other artists out there.
Yeah, and at this time of the year, we always evoke the spirit of Mandela, because he epitomized that of humanity, humility, and the appreciation of others. Ubuntu, I am because you are. So in the exhibition itself, or rather the auction that you'll be having, what are you requiring from South Africans who share in these values that Mandela espouses?
Because we want to actually initiate like the idea of the arts in community spaces. So going forward, we want to actually grow how art is viewed and how we can actually change like the social sphere of how things are out there.
And with art, you're not only referring to paintings, it's also performing arts, poetry, and the fact that the arts played a very pivotal role in the liberation. And Mandela himself has been a great collector and appreciator of the arts. If you say grow the arts, are you saying what's happening now is not adequate?
So when I'm saying the arts, I mean like collaborating with other different artists, you know, in different divisions, like musicians. On the evening, we're going to have Dr. Ntutuzo Makhathini, you know, an acclaimed jazz artist. We're going to have Njabulo Se. We're also going to have Ndlovukazi. So it's more about the spirit of collaboration more than anything, you know, because I believe if we can collaborate more and more as artists, we're going to create like powerful creative economy.
Okay.
So that's the whole idea behind our initiative, and also giving back to the society, because I believe the arts, they can actually produce something spectacular for the community, and you know, they can also inspire people at large.
We had Sasha earlier in the week from the K. Mason Foundation, and she was also lamenting the fact that there's a skills gap or a disconnect between the skills that are required and the job market, and wanting to get young people more to innovate, to get into the tech space for those kind of opportunities. Are you also looking to the arts as a potential employment creator?
Absolutely, absolutely. With this organization, we're actually looking at involving so many artists, you know. We're also looking at getting as much investors as we can get on board, and also sponsors, brands. We want people, you know, to be involved as much as we can, so we can grow the creative economy. Yeah,
but you have institutions like your business arts, I think it's BASA, Business Arts South Africa. There's also the National Arts and Culture Council and various other government levers that are looking at giving the arts the prominence that it deserves. And are you tapping into those kind of structures as well?
What we're doing is something totally different from what they're doing. We actually, you know, working as artists. You know, I'm an artist myself. This organization is about the arts and social development, and also collaborating with non-profit organizations. So it's actually something totally different, and also going to host events. Our next event is going to be in New York, so working on the dates, and we want to confirm with the galleries and all that. So it's more about the arts, you know, more than anything.
And also sustainability thereof, because if you're going to go with a begging bowl, you know, we know that there is donor fatigue.
Yes.
Because there's just so many other NGOs and NPOs that deal with socioeconomic challenges.
Yes.
That how do you sustain these campaigns beyond? In fact, Mandela always said that, you know, Mandela Day should be every day.
Yes.
And not just the 67 minutes on his birthday.
Yes. So, you know, by hosting events, hosting exhibitions, and coming up with new ideas as we progress, that's something which we actually want to emphasize on as an organization.
And collecting art in itself is not just for the elite, is it? I mean, it is also, you could say, drenched in African history.
Yes.
Of how stories were documented, be it rock art and those kind of things.
Yes.
Would you say that you're trying to appeal to a market that may feel excluded as well when it comes to collecting
Absolutely.
art?
By involving their favorite artists, you know, we're going to get as much people involved in our initiatives. Because the whole idea, it is a twist of actually giving back. That's why we also collaborate with some of these non-profit organizations, so we can get as many people as involved in our initiatives. So we've got a bigger picture. The bigger picture is about creative collaboration and also getting as much people as we can in our organization and seeing that bigger picture. So that's the whole idea for our organization.
And the synergies between the K. Mason Foundation and the Smile Foundation, how did you come together?
Yes, so I've actually worked with Operation Smile before. We have managed to raise funds time to time. So the whole idea was to actually create something which had to do with an idea of medical missions and also scholarship education. So we wanted to create something actually totally different from what we have done before. So this is going to be like an exhibition, auction type of event, also with a twist of music, you know. So KMSN, they do scholarships for children from, you know, from communities, and also Operation Smile, they deal with children who were born with cleft palates.
Correct.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so great, Joy. Very quickly, we're out of time.
Yeah.
Your favorite Mandela quote, I'll tell you mine, is saying that it is unnatural for the human heart to hate. You know, love in itself comes naturally for human beings, and therefore multiply that love. What is your favorite quote?
It's Mandela himself. I don't have a quote.
Yes, yes.
I'm not a big reader, but I love Mandela, and I think everyone, you know, has to understand what Mandela stood for.
All right. So it is next Tuesday. Where are the tickets available? Can people still go?
So people can actually purchase tickets from iTickets. We actually have, like, you know, few tickets left because most of the tickets are sold. So the event is going to be by Rosemary Hill Farm in Pretoria. The event starts around 4:30 until 9 p.m. in the evening.
All right, so thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Acclaimed visual artist, Great Joy Ndlovu at Rosemary Farm in Pretoria, and you can go to their website, and it's at the website for the tickets?
It's iTickets.
iTickets.
iTickets, they type A Night of Great Joy.
All right, make sure you get your tickets and you don't miss out.